With marijuana becoming legal in Illinois on January 1st, the town of Normal and city of Bloomington are figuring out exactly how to tackle this major policy change. Good afternoon, I'm Sean Nugent.
And I'm Liam Donahue. Yesterday, Lizzie Siles gave us a glimpse of how Normal is dealing with the change. Today, Lizzie has Bloomington's side of the story.
Thank you, Liam. Though they are called the Twin Cities, Bloomington and Normal have some differing approaches to marijuana legalization. Normal already approved the sale of cannabis in town, but Bloomington has some details to wrap up before the final vote.
Like many communities in Illinois, Bloomington is preparing itself for recreational cannabis. Despite being prepared save for the final vote, Mayor Terry Renner says many people are still debating the legality of cannabis.
And that is something that we really shouldn't be debating. That's done. It's over. Whether people think that it's a good idea or not, it is with us.
Bloomington faces the same challenges as Normal, like zoning and police enforcement. However, Bloomington is also considering on-site consumption, or cannabis cafes.
Some of it is an equity issue. Some people are not allowed to smoke in their apartments.
He is unsure if the council will approve on-site consumption, but generally expects the motion to opt in will pass. They will vote officially on December 16th.
Under the new legislation, the legal amount of cannabis one can have on their person is 30 grams, or about 2 tablespoons. For cannabis-infused products, such as brownies, the amount of marijuana that they can have in them is 500 milligrams, or about a pinch. Lastly, for concentrate THC oil, the amount that a person can have on them is 5 grams, or about 5 drops.
Addiction specialist and former Cannabis Task Force member Deb Carter said that she believes residents are already using marijuana but are keeping quiet because of the stigma.
In my anecdotal opinion, and what I've roughly estimated from my 25 years in addiction, is about 30 to 40% of our Bloomington adult residents use cannabis right now.
Renner agrees that people are already using marijuana and that the primary user is not young people.
But the group that uses it more are people that are baby boomers, 40s, 50s, 60-year-olds, etc.
Though it is unknown where dispensaries will be located in Illinois, Renner wants to opt in to potentially get revenue.
It's going to be legal. If we opt out, we're opting out of revenue. So, and I do understand that Naperville might very well be.
So Lizzie, a couple questions we have for you, starting with what exactly is a cannabis cafe?
So what cannabis cafes are, it's where you would buy and consume the cannabis on site. So when I first started looking into the story, I thought it was similar to bars, where it was a social atmosphere. But like Mayor Renner said in my package, it's more like it's a place where people who can't smoke it in their homes can smoke it. So if you have an apartment lease, it might say in your lease that you can't do that in the apartment. And so if you can't do that there, where do you do it? Because you can't really do it in public areas either. So it's just a place for people who can't smoke it in their homes to smoke it somewhere else.
So between Bloomington and Normal, what are kind of the differences in their approaches towards marijuana?
So one of the main ones is, like I said, the cannabis cafes. Normal is not, they didn't consider it. It's just something they are not ready for, Mayor Coos said. But Bloomington, they're considering it, but they're not sure if it will pass. They're just thinking about it, and it might be something they come back to later. Another thing that I found interesting is that Normal is really concerned about black market sales becoming bigger once it's legal, but Bloomington is not really. They don't think that's something that's going to happen.
And is there any word from Illinois State University about how they're going to?
So Illinois State, they are federal property, and since marijuana is not legal federally, you can't have it on university housing or on campus.
Okay, well thank you very much.